What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again. We got ourselves the next event update for you all today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Today we have ourselves the Water Living Armor. Nickel is up in this mix. We have a secret dungeon going on for 3 days, December 2nd through December 5th, giving you guys the opportunity to collect 40 pieces so you can summon this monster. Now, as we always say, is this good? Is this food? Yes, this is food, but yes, we still go ahead and collect it. Why? We'll go ahead and talk to it in a little bit. So, as always, guys, it's time to jump on it, get to it, and be about it. Okay. The Water Living Armor Nickel. All right, let's take a look at the skill set and let's kind of talk about why we consider it food. Now, when it comes to its kit, it is kind of unique in nature, but again, some of the elements in its category of living armors just shine in different aspects of the game that we can utilize quite a bit. With regards to this one here, Pulverize, if I can pull it up, it looks like it is a skill that's going to be able to stun the unit with a 50% chance, and then if it's under defense reduction effects, you can also put an attack speed on it. Next one is the AoE defense break here. So this is kind of unique. If you get an opportunity to land this one and then utilize the second one, you're going to be able to get a little bit more harmful effects. Last but not least, having that immunity against continuous damage effects and decreases the attack speed by 2 turns for the 50% chance. So, when you look at this kit overall, having the immunity against continuous damage, having just immunity against continuous damage is pretty limited. There's a lot of other units out there that provide immunity against a wide variety of things. In addition to that, there are some units out there with similar passives that can decrease the attack power, the attack speed, for a certain amount of turns, but this one is only with the 50%. It's not guaranteed, so that kind of makes it not too useful. I do remember back in the day people try to play around with this with regards to Dragon Speed 10, trying to find a unit that's going to be able to stay away from the continuous damage and still do some good amount of DPS as well as providing basically a setup. This unit being on defense base is not going to take too much damage from the boss or whatnot, because again, there's no continuous damage to increase the multipliers of the boss's skill on the Dragon's Pretend. So yeah, it's definitely 2008. Ain't nobody playing with this, but the reason why, even though it's food, we still go ahead and farm it out is because of this unit right here. Okay, if you're new to the game, right, there's so many units that we preached about building up when it comes to PvE progression. And as I state always, PvE is always going to trump PvP. You cannot accelerate, you cannot progress well in PvP until you do what you got to do on the PvE side. Now, that being set aside, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to collect these skill ups so that you can, save on, summon and whatnot, and get yourself free living armor to use this. Okay, this is probably the number one, if not one of the top 2 most common units utilized in that PvP setting when it comes to Guild Wars. Being able to do some absurd amount of damage on this Thunder Strike, ignore defense if it is lower than 50% of ignores the target's defense if it is lower than 50% of your defense. Okay, and of course, when you get to the point when you're 6-starring it and you're building this all around defense or whatnot, the amount of defenses that people are putting out there, is 2,000 to 2,200 defense. And then, of course, when you add that defense buff on top of that, you're looking almost at 4K defense. So it's extremely easy to get your defense high enough to always utilize this skill in an ignore defense fashion, okay? And again, first 2 skills are similar to the water one, being able to do the AoE, the defense break, and having that opportunity to stun with the first skill. All of these skills have a pretty unique harmful effect increases on it. It's pretty decent. In addition to that, because this unit is built around defense and having 3 skills all based on defense, you get to take max value out of the way you build it, right? There's nobody building this in a hybrid fashion. You guys know what it is. This is a clutch unit when it comes to PvP. Especially in that aspect of the Guild Wars. So if you don't have anything going on this weekend, you best believe that if you don't have already a copper, that's what this unit is, right? The Wind Living Armor copper, and you're looking to skill it up, I would definitely farm the crap out of this so that you can get those skill ups, set them aside, so that when you do pull that Wind Living Armor, you have no worries on getting this unit leveled out. Because this is not one of those units that you're like, oh, let me get enough skill ups to just get the 3rd skill. and get it done. This is one that you definitely want to scale out completely because of the harmful effect rates that increase with regards to these skills. You know, even though you generally set up a team to knock out an opponent right away, you still have to deal with the remainder of the team, right? So having an opportunity to stun, reduce their attack speed, AoE defense break. I mean, this is definitely an amazing kit with regards to this unit here. Okay. Last but not least, with regards to the other unit that I wanted to point out here, I'm going to put some attention to Zinc, which will probably maybe get a little flack, but I think for some of the late game players that have been around for quite some time, they might give me a little shout out here one time, all right? Zinc, the Dark Living Armor. You know, the Light and the Dark Living Armor, not a lot of people are too big fans about it, but when it comes to Zinc and when it comes to TOA, right, TOA progression, we're always looking at bringing a couple of different units that can provide you know, multiple AoEs, so we can utilize rune builds such as a Despair set to take advantage and basically deny the opponent the turn in with regards to Tower of Ascension. Okay, just like the other living armors, it has that Pulverize with the first skill having its own stun ability, right, and then of course the defense, or sorry, the attack speed reduction if it's under the defense, right, but. And the spinning splash, again, same thing as the other ones here. AoE defense break here. So this is great with regards to AoE. Now this one here attacks the enemies 3 times each and still does damage proportionate to your defense, right? Defense-based monster. But you have a 50% chance to reduce the target's attack power and block beneficial effects, okay? We're not talking just attack power. We're talking both attack power and block beneficial effects. Now, block beneficial effects is not it's not so OP to the point where you're like, oh my god, I have to build this. But the fact that this has the attack power decrease, the fact that this unit has 2 ways of stunning, it's technically 3 ways of stunning with that first skill, and then the 2 additional ways on the AoEs if you get a Despair Son, definitely makes it a candidate to utilize for the TOA. If you're looking for a different unit that you want to throw into the mix that can go ahead and tank those light units in addition to providing you some CC support, this is going to be a great one to incorporate into your setup. So again, I encourage you definitely to go ahead and farm it out for copper. Do everything you got to do to get copper. But if you already have copper, or if you already have enough skill up save for copper, you can definitely move on to zinc. Even though you don't have zinc right now, like I said, I still encourage you. Like it's this particular what's it called? This particular secret dungeon is units that are that you're gonna be able to farm, and they're based off of defense. So you go, as you might have guessed, if you guys have been playing this game for quite some time, you may be fortunate enough to have one of the fastest clearing units out there, so that you can get these pieces right away. And okay, we're talking about Lucian here. So this particular dungeon, having all these units based on defense, is going to allow you to take full advantage of a unit that's going to ignore defense so you can kill it quickly. So I'm really looking forward to seeing, you know, what people can do. I'm pretty sure that people are going to get some absurd amount of times when it comes to getting this cleared, probably like 45 seconds, you know, even 35 seconds pushing it here. We'll see. But that's pretty much all I got, guys, for this one. For this particular video, talking about the Water Living Armor Nickel. Again, get those skill ups, save them up, and if you already have copper weight, definitely farm a couple up for zinc, save it down the road. If you need yourself a TOA monster that's going to provide you a little CC as well as harmful effects to reduce the amount of defense and attack power on that particular unit, right? That is it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's your boy Childish with ChildishPlays checking out. Take care, and we will see you in the next event update. I'm out.